Depending on which sports book you look at for NC State's wins, you'll see 6.5 or you'll see 7 at times. We're going to go with 7 here. So, Michael, what does NC State need to do? And do you feel like they do cover the 7 wins this season as the over for the 2023 season?
Well, they're going to have to score points. I think the offense, it goes without saying, is going to have to be better than it was last year. I think the clear number one priority is getting Brennan Armstrong established, comfortable in this offense, which it should be a fairly smooth transition, consider his familiarity with Robert and I, but you still got a lot of moving parts around him. I think State's got to find a way to implement these younger playmakers, and one or two, if not more guys, has to emerge on the outside. Last year, State was, outside of Thayer Thomas, struggled mightily at receiver. So you're going to have some guys step up and make plays. I feel pretty good about the offensive line. You're pretty talented at the running back position. Again, I think it comes back to Brennan Armstrong, and it comes back to his receivers making plays, whether it's Terrell Timmons, Kevin Conception, Julian Gray, Javante Vereen. I mean, I can go down the list of guys at Porter Rooks that need to really step up. They've got to have multiple guys, and it has to happen quickly.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the schedule in general, I think they have a good shot to get to 5 wins before the bye week. If they can get over a team like Connecticut, obviously Notre Dame is going to be a tough one at home, but then you have favorable matchups against teams like Virginia, Louisville. We don't know exactly what Louisville is going to look like this season, but it is a home game. Then they go on the road to Duke, which I think is, outside of Notre Dame at home, I think is one of the toughest ones that they have in the first 6 games before, or the first 7 games before they get to Clemson. So the question is going to be whether or not they can do it on the back end. Games against Clemson, Miami, both being at home. Then they go on the road to Wake Forest and Virginia Tech. Wake Forest, always a tough place for them to play. Virginia Tech, not a great team expected to be this upcoming season, but a team that, going on the road is always going to be tough. So we'll see exactly what NC State can do this season. But I'm taking the over here. I think they have a great shot to be an 8-win team this season. If they can get to 5-2 or even get to 6-1 before they get to the bye week, before they go and play Clemson at home. But I do think this is a team that covers the over. I'm not going to say comfortably, but I definitely
it's going to be close.
Yeah.